Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has decided to come speak to our Congress, the United States Congress. He was invited by John Boehner and the Republicans. Now, there's an enormous breach of protocol, mainly because there's Israeli elections coming up. So the president knows, our president, that you're not supposed to have someone in the middle of elections come and speak here because they're going to use it for politics and grandstanding. So the president said, since he breached protocol, he will not be seeing him. And in fact, 60 members boycotted this speech of Congress. Now, it's amazing because the whole thing was like a State of the Union, you know, and we're all waiting. CNN had a countdown clock. Oh, when is the great Netanyahu going to speak? And he makes people wait, and and then he comes in, 4-minute ovation. Oh my God, Netanyahu, our beloved leader. Okay, I'm the bad guy, but he's not our leader. I never voted for the guy. Nobody here voted for the guy. But Israel's our best ally. Well, okay, Canada might disagree a little bit, and Great Britain as well. But okay, let's say they're one of our great allies, although they constantly get us into trouble. But okay, fine, I'll grant you that. But why do I have to like their prime minister? And why does he speak in front of our Congress and we got to give him 4-minute standing ovations? So I love the UK. I go to the UK all the time. They're a terrific ally of America. I don't have to like your prime minister. I might disagree with your prime minister. And Netanyahu is a rabid right-winger. I don't like the right-wingers here. Why the hell would I like the right-wingers in Israel? But of course, America fawning, oh, Netanyahu. So what's he going to come and tell us? Well, you know what he's going to tell us. War, more war. We're in the middle of negotiations with Iran, and this is the second problem with the speech. He says, oh, you know what? You need to stop that. I'm going to tell you how to negotiate. Who the hell are you, man? What are you going to tell us how to negotiate, man? Who are you? Who are you? Why do I have to listen to you? I mean, can you imagine if the president of Turkey, another top ally, the second largest army in NATO, our top alliance, the president or prime minister of Turkey comes in and gives a speech and tells America what to do, and Congress applauds for 4 minutes. It's comical. It's unthinkable. But the only one stronger than our leader here is their leader. I mean, Obama doesn't get standing ovations like this here in America, but Netanyahu comes, it's over. And when it comes to Israel, we're supposed to let go of critical thinking. It doesn't matter if their leader is left-wing, right-wing, etc. We're just supposed to bow our head and, yes, sir, what would you like, sir? War with Iran. Great, we can do that. So what did he talk about in the speech? He says, don't do the deal with Iran. Don't stop their nuclear program. Because it's not good enough, not good enough, not good enough. It's never good enough for Netanyahu. The only thing good enough for Netanyahu, because he is a neocon, zealot, right-winger, is war, just like our right-wingers here. He said that deal will not prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons. It would all but guarantee that Iran gets those weapons, lots of them. I mean, this guy's an infamous liar. We just got leaks from Mossad papers. This is not another government. This is Israel's Secret Service. Is not Secret Service in terms of protecting the president, but in terms of protecting their secrets, doing intelligence, their version of the CIA and intelligence gathering. Those guys say Iran is nowhere near getting a weapon. We just found that out. There was a story in The Guardian last week. And that was back when Netanyahu was giving a speech to the UN 2-3 years ago. And he had that comical, like, Bugs Bunny bomb. Oh, it's this year, Iran is coming. Meanwhile, Mossad is saying Iran is not coming. They do not have enriched uranium anywhere near what they would need for a nuclear weapon. So he comes in here and lies to us again. They're going to get weapons and they're going to get lots of them. But the whole point of the deal is that they cannot enrich the uranium to that level. That they can't make weapons out of it. Oh, yeah? That's the truth about the deal. I will counter with lies. Standing ovation. Yay! Oh, everybody go crazy. Again, imagine the Saudi king. Imagine any other ally coming and telling us what to do, and Republicans sitting there like, oh, yes, oh, I bow to you, I bow to you. They're talking about Obama bowing. It's the entire Republican party bowing to a foreign leader. Okay, he says, Netanyahu in this speech, he says, the foremost sponsor of global terrorism could be weeks away from having enough enriched uranium for an entire arsenal of nuclear weapons, and this with full international legitimacy. That is an unmitigated lie. That is nowhere near true. Weeks away. What horse crap, what nonsense. These are the same lies that I heard from neocons here in America when they were trying to get us to attack Iraq. I don't like our neocons. I don't like their neocons. So Netanyahu's first going to tell us Oh, it's okay, man. We're tough guys. I don't need you anyway. Listen to that.
We are no longer scattered among the nations, powerless to defend ourselves. We've restored our sovereignty in our ancient home, and the soldiers who defend our home have boundless courage. For the first time in 100 generations, we, the Jewish people, can defend ourselves. This is why, as Prime Minister of Israel, I can promise you one more thing. Even if Israel has to stand alone, Israel will stand.
Well, then God bless it. Have at it, horse. Go and stand by yourself. Then why are you here? Oh, it turns out you don't want to stand by yourself. You want us to fight your wars. Well, isn't that convenient? This is where he adds that part.
But I know that Israel does not stand alone. I know that America stands with Israel. I know that you stand with Israel.
If we included all the applause, we would never finish this show. Yes, we stand with you. Where do you want us to bomb? Where do you want us to go to war? I got no interest in our leaders telling us where we have to go and fight wars, needless, senseless wars. And this guy's trying to get our Congress to start a war and he gets a standing ovation. It's grotesque. Okay, now, here he is. He's going to tell us not only that we should never do a deal with Iran, but how to negotiate. Oh, well, thank you. Well, why don't you lay out for us what we should do in specific detail?
Now, if Iran threatens to walk away from the table, and this often happens in a Persian bazaar, call their bluff. They'll be back because they need the deal a lot more than you do. And by maintaining the pressure on Iran and on those who do business with Iran, you have the power to make them need it even more. My friends, for over a year, we've been told that no deal is better than a bad deal. Well, this is a bad deal. It's a very bad deal. We're better off without it.
Gives you an insight into how they negotiate with Palestinians. Never give them anything. They need a state more than we need one because we already have one. We are occupying them, so we never give them anything. Oh, do we ever get the deal? No, because no deal is better than a deal. Because I don't want a deal. I want war. I'm a neocon. That's what Netanyahu's saying. That's like your opinion, man. And I was going to say no one asked you, but the Republicans did because they're part of the same war machine. How's that war machine working out for us in the Middle East? Has it given us the peace that they promised? How many decades of war do we need to have before it magically turns into peace? All right, now Netanyahu is going to go further, and he's going to lay down what Iran must do. Okay, great.
Before lifting those restrictions, the world should demand that Iran do three things. First, stop its aggression against its neighbors in the Middle East. Second, stop supporting terrorism around the world. And third, stop threatening to annihilate my country, Israel, the one and only Jewish state.
Yes, you see, you don't agree with them. You consider them your enemy. It's interesting what you'd like them to do. That's why we negotiate. You don't get to say to your enemy, these are the things I'd like you to do. Okay, good. Now you did them great. Terrific. I'll see you later. I wish negotiations worked that way. That would be awesome. Then we can get all of our enemies to do exactly what we wanted. But that's not how it works. And he talks about Iranian aggression. Name me the last war Iran started. Oh, yeah, none. That's weird. I mean, in our lifetime, has Iran started any wars? Now, name me the wars Israel has started. I can name you a lot. Of course, no, it was never them. It was never them. It was Hamas, it was Hezbollah, it was somebody else. Netanyahu couldn't help it. He had to go into Gaza and kill thousands of civilians. It was all everybody else's fault. But Iran didn't start those wars. Now, look, you want to say, hey, they have a proxy in Hezbollah and Hezbollah agitates. That's true. I don't like Iran's government. Iran's government wasn't duly elected. Iran's government is led by a bunch of mullahs. You're not helping our cause by saying, well, we shouldn't negotiate with our enemies. We shouldn't stop their nuclear program. We shouldn't get a deal at all. Instead, what we should do. What's your alternative? Oh, right, he didn't mention an alternative. Because the real alternative for Netanyahu, as it is with neocons here, is war, more war, endless war. That does not end well. That doesn't end well for anybody. And it is not the smart way to stop Iran's government from getting nuclear weapons, which is a goal we all share. I think, I hope. Except with Netanyahu, you're never quite sure.